Are you interested in learning how to grow a small account into a significant account? Well, this is the video for you because I'm gonna break down everything I know that has worked for me in the past. In this video, you're gonna learn why price action is the most reliable technique to growing a small account. I'm also gonna share some key technicals so you can actually have a reliable and long-term strategy for growth. I'm also gonna share some trade examples so you can actually see what it looks like to actually get into opportunities so you can actually have some successful trades. First thing that I wanna break down is price action. So I'm gonna bring up my TradingView account. So you can see right here, I have TradingView up, and I also have the US dollar against the Japanese yen. You can see I do have a couple of EMAs on my chart, but I'll explain that in the future. Let's just focus on price action right now. So you're gonna see that I'm on the 4-hour time frame, and what I wanna do is I wanna line up my supply and demand areas, or support and resistance areas. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna hop into some supports, and typically what I do is I look for the line chart. The line chart just gives me a better vantage because it's getting rid of a whole bunch of noise on the higher time frames. So what you want to look for is 3 vertexes. A vertex is basically a pointy area, right? So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this right here. So if I see a vertex, then that's a confirmation that price is bouncing off a specific area. So let's go ahead and identify a vertex. So we have a vertex down here. Okay, we have another vertex right here, and then we have another bounce over here. If we continue looking left in history, we should have more ammo, right? So we should have more consolidation right here. Price didn't necessarily point out right here, but it doesn't have to be perfect, guys, okay? So this is a solid support area on the 4-hour time frame. So now let's look for some other price action areas on the 4-hour time frame. So price action is basically where price comes to a specific area majority of the time, right? So I look for 3 touches. If it comes to this area more than 3 times, then this is a solid confirmation. So price came to this area, and now we have a resistance area. So let's go ahead and get more granular and scale down to the 1-hour time frame. I'm going from a higher time frame starting at the 4-hour, going down to the 1-hour, and then eventually the 15. Now that I'm on the 1-hour, I can get out of the line chart and I can go back to my normal candles. You're gonna see that we do have more areas of interest. And basically what I mean by areas of interest is this right here. So you can see that price came to this area 1, 2, 3 times. So let me go ahead and expand it so you can see a little bit more clear. You can see price is kind of hanging out right at this area. So this would be another resistance area, okay? So now that we have basically a good amount of price action areas, we can actually play into the target profit areas, right? Let's go ahead and scale down to a smaller time frame, and you can see that we have opportunities to get into either shorts or buys, okay? So this strategy is very simple, and the reason why price action is reliable for small accounts is because most of the time price is going to either go down to a specific area again, or it's gonna go up to a specific area again. The next part you wanna do is you wanna look for break and retests. So a break and retest is when price breaks below that structure, it retests along that support, and then continues down, okay? So you wanna wait till London session hits or New York session hits because you wanna use volume to your advantage. So in this case, it is 4 p.m. So there's not gonna be a ton of volume. All right, so I'm gonna do my best to actually draw out a break and retest. So you can see right here that this is a clear channel. So this bottom black line is a support, and this is a resistance area. So price is moving up and down within this area, right? So price is respecting this channel, and basically we have price coming down to this area, okay? So you don't want to actually make any sorts of trades if price is respecting, once price actually breaks. Once price breaks below that support structure, you want to get excited because now this is an opportunity for you to get into a trade, okay? So once this candle closes, we're on the 1 hour time frame, okay? So basically the red candle has to move around for a whole entire hour, and then once that candle closes below and another candle forms, that is a confirmation that it has broke structure. Now you want to wait for price to actually retest. You want price to come all the way back up near that support area before you get into a trade. This is going to maximize your risk to reward ratio so you can actually make more money in the markets. Let's go ahead and get back to the trading view. And I'm actually going to draw a hypothetical break and retest. So if price comes down to this area, breaks, and then retests, you want to actually now look for another price action area, okay? So let's go ahead and zoom in, and you can see that there is structure right here. So right here, you see a form of structure. And the reason why I say that is because you can see that price is bouncing off of this area multiple times. So if I zoom in, right, oops. So if I zoom in, you can see that price is respecting this structure right here. So let's go ahead and fast forward to current times. Jeez. And now let's go ahead and take out our short tool. You can make money when price goes down, and you can make money when price goes up. In this case, price is going down, so I'm gonna pull out my short position. So once price comes back up near that support area, you wanna get into a short position and then safely put your stop loss into a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio, right? So look at this. This is a beautiful setup because if price comes all the way down here, right, you just made 1-to-2 R multiple. So basically, if you're risking $1,000, you're gonna be making $2,000 on this simple play. So this is a safe and reliable way for you to get in and out of the markets relatively quick. It's not gonna happen within 30 minutes because this is more of an intraday trade. But again, you wanna be able to be consistent with your Forex pairs. I have another video that breaks down how to grow small accounts trading gold. It's a little bit quicker, but this is specifically for Forex. So now I want to break down a break and retest on a bullish move, okay? So you can see on my screen right here that we have a bullish momentum and it broke this structure. But you're gonna notice that this time, this candle didn't really break significantly. It broke a little bit, so there is a chance of price coming back down. So price could come back down and start consolidating within this channel again. So we don't want that. We want a significant break. So we want a significant break that looks something like this. That way you can anticipate a retest, okay? So the retest would essentially come back into this area. Let me go ahead and expand my resistance, and then this is the area where you want to look for buys, okay? So let me try to find an example so you can actually see what this would look like. So right here you can see that price is kind of like, so right here you can see that price is within a specific channel. So I'm going to mark this a no trade zone, okay? And what you want to do is, instead of speculating and saying, hey, price is going to come down to this support area, or price is going to reverse and come all the way back up here, you want to wait until price breaks out of a specific structure when it's bullish. It's the same exact thing. So if there's a significant break to the upside outside of this structure right here, now you want to wait for that retest, a little bit of consolidation, and then a continuation to the upside. So your target area is going to be exactly where you marked up your price action, right? So your target would be right here. So let's go ahead and pull out the long position. We're going to get into a buy right around here. We're going to safely make this a 1-to-2 risk reward setup. And this setup is going to be a little bit better because there is more room for growth, right? The target area is a lot bigger than a short position just looking at this trade. So we can easily get a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio just looking at the setup on a 30-minute time frame. And again, if you're risking $1,000, you're going to make $4,300 on this buy right here. So what I would recommend is patience, because a lot of people are very binary in nature when they're looking at charts. I make that mistake of, oh yeah, price is gonna do this, price is gonna do that. We don't actually know what price is gonna do. You wanna think in probabilities. What is most likely going to happen, and how can I optimize my probabilities by waiting and being patient? So far you've learned the levels, price action, marketing up your zones. Second, you know the break and retest method. So thirdly is now the indicators. So the EMAs is the next thing that I want to show you guys. So I have the 50 EMA, right, for black. So we have the 21 marked in green for the EMA. And so what you want to look for, let's go ahead and hop out on the higher time frames. Let's go to the 4-hour really quick. And so what I'm looking for is confluence. Confluence is basically multiple confirmations, so you can actually have a higher probability trade. So I'm looking for 3 confirmations, right? So if price is bearish, I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame and see if price is respecting these EMAs. So right here you can see that the 21 and the 50 have crossed, which is a bearish sentiment. You can also see that price is hanging underneath the EMAs, right? So as long as price is underneath the EMA, we're overall bearish, right? So let's go ahead and get more granular on the 1-hour time frame. You can see that price is respecting the EMAs on the 1-hour time frame as well. So it's hanging out below the 21 and the 50, right? So now let's go ahead and get into the 30-minute time frame, and we can see it's respecting. Most of the time I'm hanging out on the 30-minute time frame for my opportunities to get into a trade. 15 minutes is just basically like, okay, let me try to find more details. Let me try to find one more confirmation. But you don't really need to go all the way down to the 15, in my opinion. I stick to the 4-hour, the 2-hour, the 1-hour, and the 30-minute most of the time. All right, so we have the 4-hour time frame bearish. We have the 2-hour, the 1-hour, and the 30-minute bearish. So now if I do see that break and retest, breaking the structure and then retesting here, that is gonna be another confirmation, right? So we have added confirmations stacked on top of each other. We have confluence. Everything is gonna be in your favor now, right? You're gonna have a higher probability trade shorting this position going into London session, going into New York session. Again, you have to wait for volume to hit because volume is on your side, right? So that's all I got, guys. I do have a free Discord group where you can actually learn and earn with me. We do weekly Sunday market breakdowns and we trade live in my Discord. So go ahead and join that. I'll provide the link in the description below. And again, thanks for tuning in.